I may support P2B in 2027. Atiku speaks. Okay. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar met with P2B, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, in the 2023 general elections in Abuja earlier in the week. The meeting sparked speculations about a merger of some opposition political parties ahead of the 2027 general elections. In an interview of the 2026 general elections, in an interview with BBC Hausa Service monitored by Fred Eze, Atiku Abubakar explained the reasons for the meeting. You had a meeting with P2B, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the last general elections. What was the reason for the meeting? He replied, it is just a formal friendly meeting that we often had, particularly when the opposition parties. Such meetings are healthy for Nigeria's democracy and for the country's interest. They asked him, people are saying the meeting was to form a merger or alliance between your party, PDP, and Labour Party. Is that possible? He replied, yes, it is very much possible. We can merge to achieve a common goal, so it is possible and nothing can stop it if we wish to achieve that. They asked, but the choice of presidential candidate might frustrate the effort. He replied, that is not true. That challenge will not arise. I can tell you that the choice of who will fly the flag of a party will not arise. They asked, why do you think so? He replied, I don't think so, I know so. Believe me, the challenge will not arise. Were you expecting it to arise? Just believe me that it won't arise. They asked, what if it's required that both you and P2B drop your ambition and support someone else? Will you and others support that? I've said repeatedly, and even said it before, that the 2023 general election, that if PDP decide to zone the presidential ticket to the south, or Southeast specifically, I won't contest it as long as it is the decision of the party. I'll abide by it, but I contested the 2023 presidential ticket because it was thrown open to all members of the party. They asked, so if P2B being from the Southeast, is it a choice? Will you support him? He replied, if the party decide that it is a turn of the Southeast and P2B is chosen, I won't hesitate to support him. They asked, how is the merger talk going? He replied, we are still discussing the issue and at the right time we will make our position known. When will you conclude the discussion? They asked. He replied, I cannot disclose that for now because it is not yet the right time to do that. After the 2023 elections, you were expected to be quiet and observe, but you are still playing the opposition. He replied, they asked. He replied, yes, we cannot keep quiet and watch things go wrong. People are suffering and we are committed to making Nigeria a better place. It means you're not tired of politics, not at all. Okay, they asked, it means you're not tired of politics. He replied, not at all. I'm still in active politics Nigeria, at least as long as God permits. They asked, people are expecting you to give space to younger ones, considering your age. He replied, my age does not stop the young ones from contesting their fate. Everybody, irrespective of age, is allowed to aspire to be anybody in the society, politically otherwise. They asked if there is a possibility of you contesting the 2027 elections. He asked, but that would depend on the decision of my party. I cannot make any categorical statements on that. It is the duty of a party to decide on the way to go in the next election. They asked him, but your interest is still there. He replied, until that time comes. They asked him, people are interrupting your recent meeting with various people as watering the ground for next election. They asked, he replied, it must not be interpreted like that. I must not be eyeing election to have meetings with political friends and associates. Currently, we are practicing democracy in this country, which we fought for with our blood. Many people lost their lives in this struggle. As a result, we would continue to ensure that democracy is threatened in the society. We cannot watch from the sidelines as things are getting bad. Okay. Well, I don't know, but if you ask me, I would think it's not the right thing to do to come out now. To me, coming out now is going to be a waste of total time. If you ask me, oh, I don't know for another person, but if you ask me, okay. This is not true. It is too early to start this type of propaganda. True. Very, very early. Too early if you ask me. Atiku, I expected you to say that you will and not you may. You may meaning you may not, and we don't need that from you, please. It is Obi's turn. He still remains the best qualifier among you guys. Toh. Obi should try with caution. Gentleman agreement does not stand most times. Okay, I don't trust both people in PDP and APC. Obi should never merge with the likes of an Atiku because he is a failure. If they merge, then APC will win again. Nigerians want a good alternative. Obi should look at Ribari or Kwankwaso or a good northerner. Okay, Nigerians are tired of the suffering brought upon them by APC through their wicked government policies, kleptomaniac activities, multiple taxations, ineptitude and nonchalant attitude. Atiku, Obi and Kwankwaso should have worked together to form an alliance to take power from APC. It is not too late. Nigerians are getting used to suffering already. Atiku Abubakar never jettison ambition for P2B. The talk of merger will only work on lips and interviews. How can you trust a serial loser such as Atiku Abubakar? The major problem will arise when it comes to who will become the presidential candidate. Atiku will emerge, Obi will follow as deputy. It is going to be a great one, bro. If you ask me, oh, it is still too early to come out to say anything. Why? Because we have not even seen half of what you're supposed to see. You're still in 2024. There's still 2025. There's still 2026. So if you ask me, allow people, most especially people who are still thinking that, you know, their people is doing well, even when it is clear that their people have nothing to offer. Make them chop the shigibanza well, so that maybe at the end of that time, or that time, that's 2027, the eye go down clear. All right. That would be the best decision from PDP and former Vice President Thor. And who told you we're interested in that scam called polls and ballots? By the way, did Jagaban tell you he's tired and retired? Abiu. Alright, at this note, you have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.